YUNKJunk! Hi. Welcome to what is this podcast? The episode where nobody showed up. So what we decided to do is we're gonna put forth a couple of our songs, our favorite songs, and hope that people watch. So it's Luke and Terry, and we're singing the hits. Let's start with every little thing she does is magic. Every little thing just turns me on. Even though the life for you is tragic. Every little fun and beyond.
What song does my
Baby,
wife?
and you know that it's a kiss from a rose, and it says, ooh, and a little kiss from a rose. My pleasure, my pain. Baby, I just changed it, but I'm in a beanie, so I'm in this mood. All right, what are the songs? We only got 1 minute for the YouTube shorts.
Pretty baby, the wrong situation, the right time to roll me, the right time to roll me.
Ooh. Bridges to adore you. That's what I said now. Bridges to adore you. That's what I said. I'm a little on the beat. Said if you want to come in, baby, just go ahead now.
Go ahead now. Okay.
That's something.
What else do we have?
That's something. We're bumping. We're moving. We're grooving. Hey now, you're an all-star. That's your name on. Go play. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars. Somebody once told me the world was turning for me.
I just saw a tweet about it was Creed actually at a baseball game, and they were like, "Hey, it's Creed. What's up? What's going on? Go baseball." That's what they said. Go MLB. Go baseball. Like the most. I wanted them to like do a pun, like some sort of like can you take the ball higher today? Like they could have just said something, but they're like, "Go baseball." And we'll have to put it in the edit.
Yeah.
But,
can you take me to baseball? Can you hit a home run? There'll be doubles and triples. Maybe get a hot dog too.
It could have been anything, but they go baseball. Go baseball.
Go baseball.
Something like that. Go MLB.
What does it mean to you when you hear a phrase like "go baseball"?
It means that whoever said it is, clearly struggling in life.
What do you mean when you say no? Go baseball
or go MLB,
or like
that's just that means that guy's wife is cheating on him.
Oh, no. That's what go baseball. Get out there and swing your baseball bats and bring your gloves and athletic T-shirts as well as cleats, but not soccer cleats. Make sure they're boys' Little League cleats for boys' baseball. Go baseball.
You got to throw it faster than they can swing their bat. You got to strike them out. You got to score more runs.
I mean, are we still a group of people that wants to strike people out? Is that really what this country's about these days?
We want to make sure everyone gets, their dopamine, so, their serotonin when they hit the ball, they got to feel good. So we got to make sure everyone feels good because, after all that we've been through and what we're going through now, so we got to make sure everyone gets their hits. Speaking of hits, 1, 2, 3, 4, don't soon fathom.
Pretty baby,
That's all I
is
got.
it everything you hoped? I mean, that's what
Was
baseball
it?
is. You know, look around your world, pretty baby. Is it anything you hoped it would be? You know,
Not
wrong
today.
guy, wrong situation, but it's the right time to roll to me.
It's roll me. Yeah, just what the hell does that mean?
You know what? It's like having a fruit roll up with your best pal. Roll to me.
Yeah. Yeah, let's roll together.
Yeah.
Roll to me. Okay, I guess. Because I like fruit roll-ups. So if you're anything like a fruit roll-up, then I will enjoy you.
Yeah,
if you roll to me.
And that's why you know, at the end of the day, we follow in Creed's famous statement, go baseball.
Go baseball. All right. Well, I guess we don't have our boys. I had one little stand-up premise, and that's all I had for this week. And it's the easiest, shortest little thing, but maybe you can answer me this.
Yeah.
Does every town in America have at least one guy that has gone all in on looking like Santa Claus?
Yeah. There's definitely a town Santa everywhere you go. You know, usually they have a car or something that says ho 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 on the license plate. It's custom.
Oh yeah,
and which means
they've gone all in.
At least 50 people have done this because there's 50 states. And then my favorite is there's always a beach Santa that you find in the South, and you know they're like dressed like they're going to the beach, but they're still like ho 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 suspenders on maybe a Hawaiian shirt.
Oh yeah.
You know,
put the hat on, you know, could have like palm trees on the hat, you know.
Yeah.
You got to have the Santa hat. I was at Walmart the other day, and there was a guy, he had all red on. He had the beard.
Yep.
Like, he also had a kid on his lap. I mean, it's probably like it's probably like his grandson, but still.
He knew what he was doing.
Oh yeah, that's if you're into that, going the full Santa aesthetic, you know, you're gonna get as many kids as possible on you if you're into that.
I'm a big fan of the phrase you just coined. I'm going full Santa.
I know.
Are you ready to go full Santa tonight? We can go full Santa. We can give gifts. We can get reindeer. We can fly. We can leave lumps of coal for naughty children.
You do go full. I think I've seen you dress up. You go full Halloween, right?
I go full Halloween. I have. That is my Captain America shield right there. So for the past couple of years, I've seen that, rocking a very aggressive Captain America. But you know, I'm a big fan of dressing up. You know, dressing up is a lot of fun. It's underrated. It's the only time once a year where you can kind of do your thing and wear a disguise, because I can't just wear a costume in regular times. And I just, you know, I have more fun. Some people are like, oh, it's lame to dress up for Halloween. You're lame because you're afraid. You're afraid to express yourself, and you're afraid to express a version of yourself that's not real.
Have some fun, you know? You want to hear my idea for this year? I always have an idea, and I never end up dressing up because I just don't end up going out. My wife and I just, I don't know. We just don't get invited to parties or whatever. But my idea this year is Tim Allen Rickman, and I'm gonna wear the Snape wig, and I'm gonna put on a flannel. I'm gonna have a tool belt. So it's basically gonna be Tim Allen from Home Improvement, and then Alan Rickman from Harry Potter.
Essentially, you'll be Tim the Tool Man Taylor.
Exactly. You must wear your wand on your tool belt at all times. Potter. And if you don't, I will go, you gotta do that.
Potter. Right?
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm doing it.
What's John's last name in Die Hard? John. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm blanking.
Not John Connor. No, John.
No, not John Bon Jovi.
No, not
Uh,
John Mulaney.
Not
No,
John
it's
Mulaney. That would be an awesome movie. John Mulaney starring in Die Hard.
John.
You all better watch out. There's glass in my feet and I don't like it.
I've just done a bunch of cocaine.
I'm John Mulaney and I've done cocaine.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers.
Yippee-ki-yay. Sometimes I sing like when I'm in the show Big Mouth. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Have you ever listened to Steely Dan while you're trying to take over the Moyotoro building? Nagasami building. Nagatami?
I don't know, but I actually
Steely
haven't watched
Dan.
that like recently as a full-grown adult, and I should. I was actually thinking about that movie today, literally, whether or not it's a Christmas movie. There's a debate.
It is a Christmas movie, but it's an action movie. John Blake? No, that's someone else.
John, should we look it up? Are you the type that looks it up, or
I try and find it. I try and find it because yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. John, he's divorced. He's a good dad, but a bad husband. John McClanahan.
All right, I'll look it up, and I'll tell you if you're getting hot or cold.
Yeah. Let's play hot and cold. This episode's called Hot and Cold. It's a new segment.
Hot and cold.
Hot and cold. Hot and cold would be a good segment.
Zach and Cole.
Zach and Cole, not here. Yo, by the way, they got to have some more discipline to the podcast if they're going to make it, because this is your number one job. This is all there is. We either make it here or we don't make it at all as humans.
Yeah, don't we have hopes and dreams? You know, like we already are famous, and people are expecting us to be.
We are the children. By the way. We are.
You want a hint?
Oh, you got the name? It's definitely M. John M. John McClane.
That was so quick. Right after I got it.
John McClane.
John McClane.
I love when he's talking to Alan Rickman in that movie, and he's like, God damn, you son of a bitch. You should have won an Oscar for that. That performance right there was amazing. Because he's like, hi, my name's Clay, and I'm very scared, y'all. And then he turns into Alan Rickman after. Dude, he gets up after falling off of a 100-story building.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised that he still continued to have an acting career after that, you know?
Which one? Alan Rickman?
Alan Rickman, after he fell from that building.
He's amazing.
He survived.
Yeah, when he jumped out of there, he was like, "No, guys, I'm doing my own stunts. Do not put a parachute out there. Don't put a giant pillow out there. Don't give me a Super Mario Brothers cape. Super Mario World, technically. Super Mario Brothers 4. Super Mario Brothers World is where you had a cape. Don't give me a raccoon tail from Mario 3. I'm jumping out of this damn building, and you're going to roll the cameras. Because if you don't, Carl Winslow's going to shoot nothing because I won't be down there, because it was Carl goddamn Winslow, Reginald Val Johnson himself, that actually put the final bullet in there. And you know what
matters, man. He's not going to.
You know what the thing is, though? When he shot him, and McClane, walks over to Reginald Val Johnson after he delivers the killing blow, which he hasn't pulled his gun in forever because he shot a kid. Do you remember Do you remember what he said to him?
He said, "Did I do that?"
No. What he said was, he said, "Look around your world, pretty baby. Is it everything you want to be?" I'm not gonna lie. 90s is my favorite music. I think I loved how positive it was. Because, that's a happy song. I loved all the happy songs. We had that. We had Bop. Tons of just happy, joy. Steal My Sunshine.
Oh, yeah. And those were hits, man.
They were
people
hits.
Liked that.
I was lying on the grass one Sunday morning. Oh, past Steal My Sunshine.
Sunshine.
I know.
What's the...
Sugar Ray. Every
Shania
morning
Twain.
there's a halo hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's four-post bed.
I loved those songs when I was a kid. The Sugar Ray songs.
Shut the door, baby. Don't say a word.
Don't say a word.
She
What's the
always
other
writes
song that they
the
had?
wrong. I always forget that if I really
just want to fly.
going high, so high, put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms
Baby.
around me, baby.
All around the world, that just crumble for me.
That reminds me of your cousin. He would just walk into any place and just go, all around the world, statues crumble. I remember him walking into like homeroom in 7th grade and just screaming that, all around the world, statues crumble for me.
For
Who
me.
knows how long
I don't know the rest of the words.
Yeah, oh my God, just great songs, great lyrics, great chord progressions. Lots of major chords were used back then, which I prefer. I actually don't care for minor chords at all. I'm like, why are we going down when we could sing about, Prince stupid do you? And you remember when we got knocked down, but we got up again?
We
used to get up.
Pissing the night away is a little sad.
Yep.
Actually, it's fun because you're drinking. I think that means you're drinking the night away.
You have a whiskey drink, you have a lager drink, you have a cider drink, you have another drink. You sing some songs.
That remind you of the bad times. Okay, let's get that out of the way.
But they remind you of the better times, too. That's what the people are missing today.
Yeah, because we're just, all we're talking about is the good or the bad. It's just one or the other. We need both in our lives.
And you sing some songs that remind you of the good times. You sing some songs that remind you of the other times. Like just other. Not good, not bad, just other times.
We need a balance in our life.
It's like it's a balanced music diet of positive things and positive influences. I don't want to hear I hurt myself today. It's too sad. That's not what I want. I want to hear all around the world, statues crumble for me. Literally, because I'm that great is what he's saying. He's so committed to greatness that statues are crumbling, metaphorical, spiritual, and actual.
Have you, in all seriousness, have you ever cried from listening to music?
Yes. I cannot make it through Bruce Springsteen's Thunder Road without shedding a tear. It's a beautiful song that means a lot to me. It's a powerful song. It reminds me of being a boy and listening to 70s tunes with my closest family members. Songs that are like about something, like there's a story, I think really get me. Jungle Land, again, a Bruce Springsteen song, gets me every time with that. There's like a piano and he's like, there's this ballad at the end. It's like, and this, and he's just like laying it all out there. The same thing in Thunder Road. The same thing. Just the way they end with such a powerful roar of like, I'm pulling out of here to win. And he drives away into the sunset like I always wanted to do. Chase, give me that horizon, as Captain Jack Sparrow once said. Have an adventure like Batman and Catwoman did. That's their daughter.
One? Is that a new comic book?
I don't know. It's in front of me. I also have Ninja Turtles. This is from the 90s.
That one particular one that you're holding? Or just that?
Fucking Joker, bro. Before.
How many do you own? How many comics do you own? Comic books.
I mean, I'm looking at them. They're all here as props. This is a great one. It's called A Free Comic Book That You Get at the Store. And it's free. That's really funny. I'm a big Batman guy. But I'm a huge comic book fan. I remember when I was in college is when I got into them, and I went to the library and they had graphic novels there, and I started reading and I got addicted to them to the point where I remember I would like run home from class just so I could read them on my computer, and I would read like hundreds of volumes. Like there's this thing called Ultimate Marvel that I went through like the whole thing. It was so good, and all that stuff became the basis for the Marvel Universe later on. But yeah,
Ultimate Marvel, was that like the What If series? Did you read that?
Yeah, I've read What If series, but Ultimate Marvel is a whole other universe where it's like they took all the characters and stories that really started in the 60s and they updated them for the early 2000s. So,
Yep.
they launched a new Spider-Man comic in 2000, and that was one of my favorite things I've ever read or experienced. It was so fun, so joyful. But I remember I read Ultimate X-Men, and in the first issue, Wolverine has sex with like an 18-year-old Jean Grey who Cyclops has a crush on. And it broke my heart. I still think about it to this day that I was like, oh my God, she banged another guy. And Cyclops knows about it. And he's an old man. And she's like 18. And it's stuck with me ever since. It's like, oh my God, it hurts. You know what else hurts? Did you watch Stranger Things?
Yeah.
I still hate Nancy for getting rid of beautiful hair Steve. It hurt. It hurt me. She didn't even properly break up with them. You got to go to the person and say, I break up with you and I release you of any guilt of sleeping with or kissing anybody else. So if you want to kiss that guy's brother, now you can. But she didn't do that because she's a whore. Nancy the whore.
I like how towards the end, they like the last season, they like just turned, and they did it with Hooper or Hopper.
Hooper.
They just turned Steve into a shirtless like superhero where he just is fearless and has no shirt on, and kind of like, what was it, Hopper or Hooper?
Well, Hopper was David Harbour.
Yeah. So, and like with him, he's turned into like just a straight up superhero on that show. Like he went from like a human being to like just punching my way through everything.
Fat cop.
Type of super.
If that show starts with him as just a fat cop, and then he becomes like a POW essentially by the end of it. But funny story here in YUNKJunk, which is where YUNKJunk is. The girl who played Nancy was here, and a guy that worked for me, I remember I was on the phone with him, and he was on the thing, and he's like, "Oh my God, what?" And he was driving and almost killed Nancy Wheeler with one of our company vans while she was going to get like some ice cream up the street. And I swear I saw her earlier that day. It was one of those like, I'm sure that's not her, but she smiled at me. I remember because it meant everything to me. And then I remembered what she did to Steve and I got so mad. And then I'm glad that one of my guys later on almost took her out of existence because you don't do my boy Steve like that. You never mess with a guy with great hair.
No, I mean, that's why I'm always messed with because I don't have gray hair. I'm actually losing my hair.
Yeah, me too. It's getting aggressive up top. But also, if I wear a hat, you can see the balding spots more, which is why, I just walk around like this most of the time. If I'm not wearing a hat, I'm doing this.
Just cover the one spot,
which is great because I can like also flex and show off these.
You can flex your muscles.
I'm looking small.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, you're looking bigger. You're looking bigger this week.
Yeah, I got bigger for sure, but I lost some definition, so it almost looks smaller and fatter. But it's fun. I'm trying to put on some size. I'm trying to get yoked.
You have body dysmorphia?
No. I can honestly say I don't. I have whatever the opposite of that is. What is it? Narcissism? No, I love the way I look. It's a problem.
I think I have both, but I definitely have body dysmorphia. I don't believe it if anyone calls me skinny because I grew up kind of chubby. Mm-hmm. But recently, obviously, I've worked on my diet as an adult, but. I still, if I look in the mirror, I always hate what I see. There are times where I'm like, yeah, that's good. But most of the time I'm like, I have a lot of work to do.
Really?
Well, speaking of how I look, I got this I think it's starting to bleed. I got this horrible cold sore.
Oh yeah.
I was sick this is the first day that I wasn't sick, but I was sick for 3 days. Got these cold sores, sore throat.
Damn.
But yeah, no, it's days like this when I'm not sick where I really take advantage of gratitude.
Mhm.
Like I'm fully grateful that I'm not sick, and like in the moment, like I like to be in pain because those moments I tell myself when you're not, you better fucking appreciate it.
It's true.
Like anything, like a cut or just anything, and then, or stuffy nose.
Imagine being like laid up, like losing a foot for a little while or forever, for that matter. I couldn't even I couldn't bear it. I'm thankful every day for what I have and the body that I was given. And I think, it's kind of I don't know. I kind of subscribe to like it's our duty to keep it in shape and keep it like
I agree.
fully operational. I think, we're if you're lucky enough to be gifted something like a working body, then you owe it to yourself and to this world to keep it in tip-top shape. But you also don't want to go overboard and be too scared to do anything, or else your body will just stay the same. Like, the thing I always tell like skinny dudes is like just eat. Like whatever it is, McDonald's, Taco Bell, whatever, shove it in and lift weights because to put on some size, because you can cut that back. It's not hard to cut it back, but a lot of people just sputter
That's
and never
true.
really go anywhere. But it's like everybody just one time in your life, just throw on 20 pounds of muscle, and then start to cut it down, and it stays for a long, long time. And as men, we run out of time. Once we're 40, we're not going to put on any more muscle. It's just not going to happen without testosterone or
Testosterone.
things like that,
Yeah,
which, I think we should all
I
go on as well,
I
in the
think we're at
safe
the
way.
age where it's like you could, if you like, you have to keep up, or else it can like you can go downhill so quickly. You can lose your muscle in your back, lose your muscle in your stomach, your core,
Mm-hmm.
your leg muscles. Pull a hamstring as soon as you start like playing around with your kids, running around. Um, just develop a gut, and then it's so hard to, especially when you lose testosterone. It's so hard to motivate yourself to. So for me, I've been keeping up with it since like 25 years old. But I mean, I was always in shape and then fat and then in shape and then fat,
Mm-hmm.
and now I just salad, salad, salad. And if you say, I always get people like making fun of me. You're gonna have a salad. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna even explain it to you anymore. You should be eating salad with me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can't eat French fries. I'll freak. I mean, I like French fries on my cheat day, but
Yeah, but even that right there, the fact that it's a cheat. Whereas I've gotten to the point where potatoes and rice and bread, they're my friends because I've gotten strategic about it.
I agree.
But
Yeah,
there were times back in the day where that cheat was real, and I probably did some real damage on those cheat days because I went so hard on those days. Now, yes, I also had
yeah,
abs at the time, but there was something about going through the whole week and craving this day where I'm just gonna eat cake and ice cream from the minute I wake up till
yeah.
I'm sure I did some serious damage. I went way past what most people cheat and like are full. It's like, no, I'm putting gummy bears on everything and eating 3 cheeseburgers. And at the time, I was also drinking my face off of like IPAs and heavy, heavy beers and things like that,
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember IPAs started getting me super, super drunk, and it was a problem. Like, it was way too much. And somewhere I just shifted from, Bud Lights over to, it was right when all that stuff got cool and popular. And all of a sudden I was just getting hammered like a teenager again. And then I tried to steer out of that and go a path of like liquor and things like that. And I just lost like all
That's even
control of it.
worse.
I lost all
That'll get you
control of
fucked
it
up even
because,
more.
yeah, but I would be fine, and then obliterated. Like it still sneaks up on me every once in a while, and it's so embarrassing. I have so much shame about it anytime I get drunk. I actually just took 60 days off of boozing altogether because,
Nice.
I had an episode where I was like, I don't like this. This is unreasonable. And I'm at a point where I'm just saying nonsense and none of it purposeful. So it was like, shit, it snuck up on me. So, maybe that's age of just having to, kind of be like, hey, you know what? I'm not a tank anymore, and nor should I want to be. Right.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. like recently, I just don't even see a reason to. I mean, I drink, I still drink. I come home and have a few drinks, but I've actually gotten to the point where I sit, like I have so much energy just to sit and stare at my daughter and watch her watch Sesame Street. And so like I prefer to just be completely, and I've been really appreciating not drinking and feeling completely clean and sober.
Mm-hmm.
And to the point where like 9 o'clock rolls by and I'm like, should I have my first drink? And I go, you know what? I can go another day without not
Yeah.
drinking or without drinking. And almost to the point now where when I do drink, it gets me more drunk. So then I regret not drinking throughout the week. So I'm like,
Yeah,
maybe I
I
should
know what
drink
you're
more.
talking about. It's funny, but I mean, there's something special about. So right around day 14 of no booze, you start to feel so different because it just takes so long for all that stuff to get out of your system, and when it does, you just feel like a superhero. That's really hard though
that.
because
I haven't
everybody's
felt that.
even everyone's just like family is, whatchamacallit. Yeah, everybody's like family, like they'll be like, why aren't you having a drink or something? And that gets real, real hard. When people are like, oh, remember when you used to be fun? And it's like, yeah, but I feel so good right now. I just feel better.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah, if you can just still have a good time and just drink water or whatever. I don't do that though. If I go out, and I really don't go out often, I don't party or see family as much as I do. But when I do, I need to like a drink immediately.
Yeah.
Just because I do have a lot of social anxiety. But so I'll like put 2 drinks in me and then I'll go the rest of the night, just like basically nursing one.
Oh,
but
I wish I could do that.
I need a little bit of alcohol in me because I will I don't know, man. Recently, this whole social anxiety thing has become a new thing to me where I just like really don't enjoy it. Like it makes me angry when I'm like around people to the point where I don't know. I feel embarrassed later on because I feel like I've disappointed people, but
Yeah.
that's just me overthinking things because that's what I do.
Wow.
So I gotta take my self-esteem higher. Can I take my self-esteem high?
When I never to a place where I can go.
My computer's at like 5%, so I think it's a good point to go.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
I think we did a good job.
Do you want to call Pete?
Yeah, let's call Pete. I think we did well. This is I like talking. I love talking with you.
That was good. I like, I think coming in hot with sing song just helps anything because it's like, okay, now it's okay to be silly now that we've sung out loud.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm serious when I say I really enjoy talking with you and I really admire you a lot.
Oh.
And I want you to know that.
Thanks,
like I really,
man.
I look up to you, because you're older, but yeah. I still admire the things that you do and I'm impressed with you. That's the word. I'm impressed.
Thanks, man.
But anyway,
let
me call my dad.
Yeah, I'm impressed with you as well. I mean, you're the father, so let's call your father to bring it full circle.
You missed what he did last week. Anyway, I'll tell you. You might not even answer. He's not going to answer.
Oh, we got voicemail. First of all, the other 2 guys of the podcast won't even give us the time of day, and now Pete.
I know Pete's starting to
screening our calls.
He thinks. I called him last week, and he goes. First thing he says he didn't even realize that he was on the podcast because he just probably forgot. But he goes, "I'll call you back in 5." First thing he said, and I go, "Whoa!" I said, "What's that? A power move?" And he goes, "Whatever," and he hangs up. And of course, me who overthinks things, I was like, I had to text him. I was like, "You okay?" He goes, "Oh yeah, I was just dealing with something." Um, he's rebuilding his house. He's remodeling his house right now. So, and he's spending way too much energy on it. But
Mm-hmm.
the fact that he was doing it at 6:30 last week, says a lot.
Hey man, he was
But
doing.
yeah,
He's got that grandpa energy.
he does. He's actually got the energy of like a 35-year-old. It's pretty impressive. Um, but all right, well, let me close it with my feet.
Yep, absolutely.
Ah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching another episode of What's That Podcast? Or what is this?
All right,
or who knows? But we love you, and we'll see you next time.
YUNKJunk!